everybody, welcome back to my channel. Please like this video and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you know when I go live and new content loads. This video is for entertainment purposes only. Everything is opinion and alleged. Feel free to do your own research on any and all opinions that you hear in this video. So it's recap day for the finale of the Real Housewives of New Jersey. Danielle, Rachel, and Melissa met. Of course, they were talking about Teresa and the meeting at Teresa's house. So that was pretty boring. I don't think they have anything else to talk about. Like they always, Teresa is their story. It's absurd. I don't know why they're there. They don't have a story. However, there was that, and then, of course, Josephine was on the screen again talking about the meeting at Teresa's. Lady Jane Casey made an appearance, talking about a whole lot of nothing except to be on Teresa. A little bit about, because Lady Jane Casey had a reaction when he was at Josephina's party. So they talked a little bit about that, but not much. And Rachel mentioned that she's scared every time he state her secret. Well, I still can't get over that. The paramedic looks at his lips and says, what about your lips? That's not normal, right? And it was his little lips. It's hilarious. Anyway, I still think it was conveniently when they were anteing up for poker, just after Josephine says $500 ante for the poker table, and all of a sudden, before anybody antes up anything, all of a sudden there's this reaction that's a non-reaction, because apparently he went to an allergist and he's allergic to nothing, so there's no way it could have been an allergic reaction. He was allergic to spending $500 on poker. Well, good for him, because you have a family, you have better things to spend $500 on. So good for you, good call. I hate to say, I agree with Lady Jane Casey on anything, but I do agree with Lady Jane Casey on that. There's no need to spend $500 on a private poker. That's ridiculous. Anyway, I get shark vibes when I hear that. Like, the person who's suggesting it knows that there's a player that's not too good at the table and is just out to take their money. So good call. Good call, Lady Jane. Good job. Anyway, and then at Meg's house, Jen Fessler was over at Meg's, and Meg's got a phone call from Lulu saying that she wanted to come sit with her for a minute. So this is where it gets interesting. Meg's got caught in a couple of lies here, and she looked like she was panicking. She really looked like she was in a panic. And so it started with, of course, Meg's and Jen Fessler were talking about what they called the summit, the Margaret Takedown Summit. It wasn't. It was Teresa putting facts out in black and white. They did cut that from scene, from the original scene, but she did have paperwork and court documents that she was showing. And some of this is going on things that Vanessa Reiser, or the ex-girlfriend, crazy ex-girlfriend, some of Teresa's facts were going on what the crazy ex-girlfriend had filed with her lawyer. So, at the end, we're going to put a pin in that for just a minute. So, Dolo gets there, and they're talking. Dolo didn't look happy right from the get-go. And she told Max that she saw paperwork or documents. She didn't get into exactly what, because when Meg said, oh, from the summit, the Margaret Takedown summit. And Dolo mentioned, well, you had a Louis Takedown summit before the reunion. And Meg says, well, that wasn't, and Dolo says, and thanks for not inviting me to that. Because Dolo didn't want to go to it anyway. Well, then Meg's pipes in and says, I did invite you to that. And she's swearing up and down that she invited Dolo to it. And Dolo got mad. She got mad, and she got in her face. And she called Meg's, I don't know, they leaked it out. She called her either an effing lying see you next Tuesday, or an effing lying loophole. Can't say the actual words. But, so, they bleeped out the swear word. And Megs kept insisting that she talked to her. And then she mentioned, oh no, maybe I just mentioned it in passing. She backed it up. And then, Dolo said, because Meg said, well, I mentioned it in passing, you were out to lunch with Teresa and Jerry. And Dolo said she doesn't care whether she was out to lunch with Teresa or at her gynecologist's office. The phone call never happened, and Meg's never invited her, and I believe Dolo. Because Megs was looking panicked. And Megs has to tell when she lies. When Megs lies, she gets loud. She tries to yell over the other person. And people back down with that. These ladies have been backing down with that, but Dolo didn't. Also during their conversation, Megs mentioned that she never talked to Vanessa, the crazy ex-girlfriend. She never spoke to her before New York. Okay? So we're going to put a pin in that for a minute as well. But Dolo had Megs admit that she did talk to her. After New York, after Louis had done what he did, allegedly, which I don't believe Louis did that. I really don't. And I'm not sure if it was on this episode or an interview, but Megs also mentioned that she had her and crazy ex-girlfriend. Her crazy ex-girlfriend told her that she wrote a letter from Louis back when they were together or something. But we're going to put a pin in that for a minute. We've got a couple of things going on here. So, Dolo was going to leave when Megs kept lying. Kept lying and getting louder and lying. And Dolo stood her ground and said, "You're lying. That didn't happen." Well, if you think back, allegedly, Dolo and Megs weren't speaking at that time too much. Megs was ignoring Dolo right around that time. So how could she have ignored her? Just saying. So there is that. But I'm glad Dolo called her. And I'm glad, like Dolo said in her confessional, she knows Meg's lies. But she's glad she did that because now she knows what that so-called friend is capable of doing to her, right to her face. So I don't think Megs did not make any headway in the Dolo affair. Good for you, Dolo. Cut the cancer out. You don't need Megs lying to you and about you. I hope that you see that a lot of her stuff is lies now, everybody. So then we move along to the dinner, the infamous Last Supper. They arrive, Dolo and Kessler have them each sitting across from each other. Messy Fessy left early. She couldn't take it. She said, "You either break glass or you break bread. You don't do both." It was too much for her. Don't blame her. It was a lot. Now they cut out some of the scene, but some of the scene has leaked. Some of the scene has leaked, and it's leaked to a vlogger that apparently talks to Megs, allegedly talks to Megs. So I don't know. I think they all have their PR that they do, but some of them just downright lie about it, like Megs. So we're catching in lies. So it starts out with Jenna and Danielle talking, and of course Danielle. Well, you have to watch yourself when you're talking about somebody like me. Like what, Danielle? A crazy person? Yeah, Jenna, you gotta watch when you're talking about crazy people. They start throwing glasses and crap at you. So, and Danielle started on Jenna about her being alone at night. And about the problems in Jen's marriage, and about her husband. And how she goes home, and Danielle says, "Oh, you wish for me." And then Danielle says, "No, I don't. I go home to me, and I don't go home and cry alone every day." Well, what Jenna says, "Yeah, you go home to the man with the boobs. He's got the boobs, and you've got the bum." Danielle flipped it. Now, Nate's a nice guy. Jenna, I don't think she should have picked him. But Danielle brought the marriages in first. And the fact that they'll spend a lot of time in the pool house, and kind of made just him he'll make me cheating again. You know? So I can see why Jen is going to come back. Come back with it, yeah. But we were both wrong for that. But then Danielle goes across the table at Jen. And there was broken glass. They cut out the part where Danielle either threw the pitcher at or hit Danielle with the glass pitcher. The production was telling Danielle she had to leave. And when that was it, she was done, she was leaving. So, in my opinion, that doesn't look good for Danielle for next season. And Danielle was asking, no, please let me stay and behave. Well, then she went to the bathroom and she was, she was upset about what got said about her husband. I get it. She loves me. And Nate's a good guy. He puts up with her crazy antics. I get why Danielle was upset, but she threw a glass pitcher and broke it. You could see the glass on the ground. Other vloggers are trying to say that it was switched out with a plastic pitcher. Well, where did the glass come from? Because the glass on the ground was not from, it wasn't glassware glass, it was thicker glass like you find from a pitcher. And I rewound it. And I watched it like 4 times, the glass pieces, to make sure. Because I did not want to be wrong. So then Dolo comes back, and she asks Jen, like, are you okay if she stays, if she's sitting away from her? And Jen, being a bit of a smart ass, yes, I give her permission to stay. I mean, I think Jen was nervous, but she also knew she was safe with production because the production was going to jump in and anything happened. So, in that way, I don't think she felt threatened. If there weren't the big security guys with the production crew, then she probably would have felt more threatened. And it was decent of Jen to say, yeah, because if Jen had said, no, I don't want her here, I don't feel comfortable, they would have made Danielle leave. Just saying. So during this Last Supper, Ratchet says to Teresa, don't talk about her husband. I guess Lady Jane Daisy is upset what Teresa's talking about. Well, they started talking about Teresa's husband prior, last season. And they're going on stuff that, on lies that Meg's put out there. So, if you don't want Teresa talking about Lady Jane Daisy, your husband, then don't talk about Louis. And speaking of Lady Jane Daisy, what's his tagline going to be next season if they're back? And is Ratchet going to get mad if they let Lady Jane Daisy do the tagline? She's more of a housewife than she is. Same like Josephine. During the dinner, Teresa and Megs have a back and forth. Now, we're going to take the pin out of Megs talking to the crazy ex-girlfriend. Remember, at her house, she said she didn't talk to her till after New York City. Well, during the dinner, she says, I wasn't talking to her in 2021. I didn't have her to my house in 2021. never met with her till after 2022. And Dolo caught that. She caught that because in the confessional, Dolo's like, what the fuck? 2022, really? So she caught her in that lie. And Meg's loyal friend that she is, and this is why I refer to her as Meg and not Margaret, throws Jackie under the bus. Trying to cause trouble between Jackie and Teresa. Now, Jackie holds on to the lie a little bit, and then Dolo says to her, you may as well tell her, it's probably true. So then Jackie says, yeah, I met with her in 2020. Well, Teresa didn't really react. And Jackie apologized and said that she slotted it out because she was worried it was going to come out. And Teresa said she understood. And I think she does understand. I think she understands Jackie's reasoning that Jackie, that was when the oven was hot. And Jackie didn't know that Megs started the oven. And wasn't believing that Megs started the oven. Because there was, it was very well displayed on a certain podcast where a timeline of events from Megs to Mel, Melissa to Josephine to Teresa, the other. Okay? It's very well displayed, if you know what I mean. So, Megs really doesn't get loyalty either. But she threw Jackie right under the bus. Jackie was more loyal to her than anything. Because Jackie never said there was a takedown. And the other ladies have all called it a takedown. That reunion review that Megs calls it, the others all call it a takedown. Jackie is the only one who never did. She was the only one who had real loyalty to Megs. And Megan threw her under the bus. Threw it out there. Well, Megs, you just proved that you keep an arsenal and you use it. Just saying. During the Last Supper, Teresa and Bessie G were posing at each other, and Teresa was calling Bessie G a whore, and Bessie G was calling Teresa white trash. They were posing at each other. That was kind of funny. But it was kind of funny. And even Matchin said, oh, both of you stopped. But they did cut the best part of the supper out. Well, not the best part. It wouldn't have been the best part for Jen Aiden. It would have been the most action part. They cut that out. So nothing got resolved. Jackie left looking defeated. But I have seen articles where her and Teresa and Evan and Louie, where they've been out as a group since then. So according to articles that Teresa's done, an interview, her and Jackie are still friends. also because if Teresa had Jennifer, Jackie, and Dolo as friends, they all have some loyalty. Although people are saying that Dolo isn't that loyal to Teresa because she goes to the other side of that. Well, Dolo, you got to quit playing Switzerland. You see now that Meg's lies. Caught her in like at least 3 lies in one episode. So I hope that's enough for her. And I can't wait for the sit down next week. Next week apparently it's Jen Aiden, Jackie, Teresa, and Dolo in one room, and Jen Fessler, Megs, Malaya, Danielle, and Rachel in the other. So, let's see what they have to say. I know what I would like to see for next season. I think that with the producers that were doing the edits, they didn't let Megs get away with her crap this season. And I think the writing's on the wall for that. I think the fact that the production team was going to make Danielle leave, I think the writing's also on the wall for her. Those are very telling actions. I don't think they'll get rid of Teresa, because, let's face it, Teresa is raging. Oh, sorry, let's go back a minute. Louis did say something cringy. He said he wished unhappiness and heartache on Danielle, or not Danielle, sorry, on Megs and her son. And, however, after the episode aired, before the episode aired, just like as it was airing the same day that it aired, like that statement had to be done prior. But he made a statement of apology, saying he was wrong and he shouldn't have done that and he felt badly about it. And I believe it's a genuine apology. I just believe that Megs has been going after him, and going after him, and going after him for 3 years now. That he's just, and then you have the crazy ex-girlfriend that keeps going after him. Like, crazy ex-girlfriend, give it up. He's married. He didn't want you then. He doesn't want you now. Anybody that you've been with says that you're nuts. Give it up. Get some mental health help. Go see a psychiatrist. Please. Louis and Teresa are married and you're done. I don't know what this crazy ex-girlfriend's thinking. She's so upset and obsessed with him and Teresa that she's going to make them spend their money on legal fees. It's going to get to a point where they're going to file a lawsuit against her to get their legal fees back and ruin her. If it's not already in the works. Like there's exes of hers that have done interviews. There's also coming up, I think it's coming up in the next week or so, the interview with Princess Josephina's friend, quote unquote, from college. And apparently she has receipts as to things that have happened. So I am looking forward to seeing that interview. And I will do a recap on it. And that same vlogger is doing an interview with one of Lady Jane Fugazi's co-defendants from back in the day. And I will also do, and apparently they also have receipts. And I will also do a recap on that. So, yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. I'm hoping Ron J changes next year. I can't take another season watching names. And her lies. When she lies, she yells. When she lies, she yells. And she's always yelling, and she's got a big mouth, and she's always lying. Just like when she was getting in Joe B's face over the oven rumor. And she was yelling and yelling and yelling over everybody. And getting right in his face. And he looked scared. By the way, where's Lexi? She's only been in one episode. Just saying. It seems pretty odd to have somebody that's an episode after episode after episode, and then you see some pictures online of her and Joby picking her son up, and you see that she had Joby with a boys' night while Megs was out of town. And then this season she's only in one episode and she's hardly around. I don't know. I know what my opinion is, and it's just an opinion. It's not a fact. I'm not pretending it's a fact, but you lose them how you got them. Just saying. And Megs is pretty mean to her husband. She's been nicer this season because she thought he was, or because she was pretending he was sick. Which, by the way, if he was sick, there'd be articles out there about his treatments, and there have been articles saying that he's not sick. He does not have cancer. They just dragged it out for a fake storyline. What you get is people, their storyline, they have fake storylines, and they have Teresa. Even their social media posts about they cut a healthy tree down in Meg's backyard. That was a set-up storyline, saying that the tree was dead. It wasn't dead. That was a total setup. Princess Josephina, he looks sad. He looks really sad when he talks about his sister. I think if Messy G really loved her husband as much as she says she does, and I'm sure she loves him, if she loved him as much as she says she does, then she would facilitate or allow a reunion between him and his sister, because you can tell he looks really sad when his sister's mentioned. They should be able to have a relationship aside from their spouses. So that's what happened, and we're just all waiting for the watch party next week, and then I guess we have to wait till there probably won't be any more filming until 2025, I would think. I was kind of hoping that they'd start filming for Halloween and the holidays. If I had an opinion with Bravo, my dream team cast would be, of course, Teresa and her girls. Make Gia a friendette. Make Jackie a housewife. Dolo. Jen Aiden. Jen Fessler, a friend of, she does seem to get along with Teresa. And then I would love to see them bring back King D and facilitate a reunion between Teresa and Kathy. That would make a should get together. Just saying. That would just be some icing on some cake. But we'll have to see what happens. And crazy ex-girlfriend. I don't know, that girl needs to get some mental health help. I don't know how she can be a therapist when she has so many issues of her own. Just saying. Bad advertising for therapy. Well, that's it. Happy trails, Rowdy. Let me know what you think.